welcome back to another episode of the Unturned podcast. I'm your host, cucuycharles. We're joined once again by Trident Games.
Hi.
Staswalle.
Hello.
Diddlyono.
Hey.
And we have a special guest today, Silverboi.
Siemaneczko.
Now, I wanted to say, because I don't think I've said this publicly anywhere. I want to say congratulations on 1K subs. Like, give a round of applause to this guy. He hit a 1K subs after, like, losing so much in Elephant.
Dude, you're saying 1K, he almost surpassed me in subs.
He's at 1.6
like,
right now.
within the last month, I've gained more subscribers than throughout the last 5 years, I think.
Okay, let me check subs in the last month. 426.
Nah, Silver literally gained sympathy from so many people seeing his struggle. You're like, alright. Okay, I guess we can ask this, because this is like a basic question. Well, how would you describe yourself, Silver? How would you describe yourself?
What do you mean, like, on the internet?
As a person that makes content on Unturned, as a person that plays Unturned, I guess more so just in the concept of Unturned.
Okay, so like in general, I am quote unquote Unturned content creator. As in, I play this game twice a year and make one video of it a year.
I feel
I'm
the description of an Unturned creator.
Yeah, to be honest, like, most people know me from either this fucking base raid video from my tribute or from the PvP montages I used to make. And, yeah, I guess that's it. Not really much to say.
Well, do you think that, well, you used to be a memer, you used to make a bunch of memes for Unturned, like, was it a year ago now? Has it been a year?
2 years actually, but yeah, that is true. I used to make a bunch of shit posts, and I kinda still do. Like, I've made that housing planner video, I think, and that got a bunch of views. So like,
do not use the word memer, cuckoo. Memer sounds like an insult.
It is an insult.
Yeah, to be fair, it does.
I mean, it is an insult, but that's to show like his development to now. Because I mean, like I guess I can relate it to like another content creator, like Emperor Lemon. Emperor Lemon was a YT YouTube pooper back in the day, and now he makes like some of the best content on YouTube right now, in my opinion. Whenever he drops a video.
Dude,
so
Pyrocynical did MLG videos.
Well, yeah.
MLG Teletubbies is still his most viewed video, I think.
I don't think so anyway. I think it got surpassed.
No. It got surpassed. It got surpassed.
It got surpassed? Okay.
Yeah.
Still, it was like his most viewed video for a while.
Yeah. But like in that sense, like you've developed and you've made like good stories. I think I personally, I mean, your tribute video to Unturned. I'm surprised about how underrated it is. It's such a good video. I still think it's
it's not.
I like it.
To be honest, looking at it back right now, it seems kind of mid. Like, it's literally just me talking, and it's just for a straight hour with barely any editing, just some clips. And that's it.
I mean,
I feel like that's something that's a conclusion you always come up to when you like look back at something like a year after or something like that.
I mean that's kind of fair. Like, there's a reason why two-thirds of my channel are fucking private.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think it was a bad video. I mean, I liked it. I mean, I like stories in general when it comes to like just stuff in general. I guess it's just in general, but like Unturned stories are a lot more interesting to me for obvious reasons. So I mean, I like the video.
Yeah, that's true. No. Like I don't think it's bad. I just think it's kind of mid in comparison to like that base raid video I made.
Oh yeah,
editing
in
wise.
Comparison, yeah, definitely. I have no idea how you managed to like squeeze, because nothing really that big happened during this wipe. That's the funniest thing. I don't know how have you managed to make such an entertaining video from basically nothing.
Like,
my philosophy with making this video was just basically this wipe was so fucking bad that it could actually make good content. Like, it was so fucking bad. Like, not just bad, boring. It was so bad that it was funny.
I mean, yeah.
Also, one thing I should add is that we actually have V2 joining us this episode because he's literally at my place listening to this right now live. So,
yeah, hello. Hello.
This is his alter ego.
His alter ego. No, but I think
He's fucking second bipolar personality.
yeah, you just don't know that yet.
Come back to the bike, Stats. Come back to the bike. No more of this.
Anyways, back to the podcast.
No more of this. Okay. No, but I mean, in your video, I think it specifically reinforced the idea in my mind is why I hate rating in general. It's just like you lose too much for a guess on what potentially you could get off of something. Meanwhile, they have racks in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of items in it, and then kept getting them to come back and fight you with. Literally, and that's the one problem I hate. That's why I hate rating in Unturned as a concept, because it's just so dumb.
Dumb.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really have that much experience with survival PvP. Like, that was, I think, my first time ever actually seriously playing on it. Like, the first time we did it when Arid came out. Then our first attempt on SOD Russia that we don't speak about, and then this on Elver. And aside from that, I've never really ever played.
So wait, is all
PvP survival.
Is your PvP survival experience just all bad?
No, actually, the time when we played on Arid, it was actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, with that map, yeah. Both times I was there.
That is true. That is true. I do remember you.
Dude, I just got, when I came into your most recent video, I joined you guys, and I just saw you guys like attacking this group of people. I'm like, bro, what is this? Like, this is the most grubby shit that I've ever seen in such a long time. And, like, this whole group of people were just raiding, and you guys kept coming out with grenades. I'm like, bro, what is this?
I like how all you said was just, is this what you've been doing all this time?
Is this what you've all been doing? That's the only question. Because I was like, these guys are just trying to raid, and then we're just fucking little ants trying to kill them.
Yeah, and the answer was just yes.
He's like, don't care. I was only there for like 5 minutes, I think, in total. Which is kind of funny. I said in that video, actually, in the comment section, because I'll never forget this. Because it was like, you were just so mad on the 8th day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was like, man, what's going on? Because like everyone else was just like not really saying much, and it was just you, and I'm like, what? I think you did delete the full video clip while I was in that call with, I believe, was it Wichu in the call and Leon? I forget if it was.
What do you mean? Like, I've deleted the entirety of day 8.
The 8th episode. Yeah, the 8th episode. The 8th day. I was at the end, like, I was already, like, I was towards the end of the day already for you guys. Like, I think it was already late for you guys. And I came in, and you guys were just sitting in your base, and you were just mad the whole entire time. And I think you did delete the video in front of everyone in that voice call at the time. And I was just so confused.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I was like, that's the first time I ever see Silver actually mad about something. So that was an interesting experience. Which is something to say about Unturned as a whole. When it comes to, that's why I don't really play survival as much anymore. It's just really annoying. It's just really annoying sometimes.
Actually, funny thing, a couple of people in the comments said, like, okay, so basically, this entire server was full Russian, everything was Russian, like, all the messages in chat were Russian, the server info was in Russian, so we didn't know anything about this server, like, going into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also the only really populated server on Elver at the time, so we didn't really have any choice, so we just went into it blind, thinking that it was just like an average semi-vanilla server. And a couple of
Also,
people.
It was fucking admin abuse, by the way.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, a couple of people in the comments said that it had like admin abuse and paid kids with raiding gear, and and I just died a little inside when I was reading that.
I'm surprised you don't use.
You had the chance. You had the chance to put like red arrows in the thumbnail saying like destroying the admin abuse base, but you did not, which I respect.
I mean, what was it, like one item that was
We did
unobtainable? You
literally
guys found?
fucking raid every single base that was there, so even without using fucking paid kids. So I think that's a W.
I mean, yeah.
We
True.
got fucking nothing out of that, but
No, but you guys don't have like photo translators? I have a photo translator.
Oh no, Google Lens is a thing. Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah.
fucking Leon at the time, so he translated a bit of the messages, and we were able to like. He told us when the airdrops were like coming in because this server had like.
But he didn't tell you the description of the actual server.
It was probably in Russian.
But that's what I'm saying.
I think it said that they happen every 3 hours or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. I have Vichu here because I wasn't there that much.
No. The thing with airdrops, I think I actually came up with because I can actually read the Russian alphabet, but like at a level of a 2-year-old. So like
No way.
it takes. Yeah. I can actually read Russian. I cannot speak Russian, but since Polish and Russian are pretty similar, I can usually make out what the meaning of a sentence is, and I kinda deducted due to the times when we were playing that airdrops happen every 3 real life hours, and thank you, Stas. Thank you, Stas. I am.
Do not read that.
I am not reading that.
Do not read that. Okay. I get you. No, the funny thing is I always have a photo translator whenever I go into the server just to make sure it's not like as cancer as I think it is.
Racist.
Well, that too.
No, but like the thing is, I have actually checked a couple of times, like /p and checking all the comments and kits, and surprisingly, like I don't know, I must have missed something, but I really didn't see any pay to win stuff when checking all the comments on the server.
Do you think that at this point Nelson could like introduce an integrated chat translator into Unturned?
I don't know why
No,
that's not
that'd
already a
be very
thing
nice.
It
in
could
most
be- could be
gaming.
fun.
Like, I don't think it would be that hard to like upload audio.
I mean,
upload text to a Google Translate bot and then redirect it back to a client-side text. But I don't know.
He could, but like, I don't think that like there's any game that does that.
Yeah, because they're lame.
So-
Like, there's.
I've seen like 2 Discord bots do that, and that's the only time I've ever seen that.
Listen, Unturned can be the pioneer, okay?
Yeah, that's just
Well,
yeah.
I'm
True.
tired of using fucking what's that one app which you can like you have your phone, you put the camera on, and then
There's a bunch of apps that do that.
Google Lens.
why do I try to use one of those for like a stalker server that was full Russian, and it wasn't helpful whatsoever. I did not know what anything said.
Yeah, most translations are going to be incorrect to an extent.
Well,
Anyway, why do you guys speak Polish?
Nie wiem.
Dobre pytanie.
is that the response? I don't even know what that means, bro.
That's the whole response.
I don't even know what that means, man. Actually, we should ask
That
you
translates
these
to
questions. Cause this is very interesting because you technically have done videos on the maps. What is your? Wait. Actually, I should ask you this before. You started on Turn back in what year? Because I don't think you mentioned it in your video actually.
Wait, which video? Which video?
Your story video.
No, I think I've said everything in a tribute. Like I've started in 2014.
2014. Okay, I guess I just didn't remember. Okay, so you started in 2014, and would you say like the contrast between the early maps and back then as opposed to now? What do you think about how the curated maps have changed over time? I guess I should say that.
Well, there is a big difference between fucking Hawaii and Arid. If that's what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's saturated. The other is not.
That is true.
That's a pretty big difference.
One has saturation and the other does not whatsoever. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to curated maps, I feel like there was some kind of a like there was a shitty period like in 2018 and 2019 where almost all curated maps were just kind of shit and were just reskinned vanilla maps, and then Elver came out, which was very original, and then afterwards all curated maps were pretty original and good.
Yeah, I've seen people call that the Russia syndrome, that people just made basically Russia reskins.
I mean, Belgium is literally Russia upside down. Like, literally.
And France is just Russia sideways.
I don't think it's really a problem with like modders and map makers. I think it was just Nelson's mentality at that time that he like didn't want anything that like defied the vanilla gameplay too much in curated.
Dude, no one's creative enough in modding.
Maybe. I mean, there is a reason why we have the pre-Elver and the post-Elver era of Unturned maps.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why the timeline exists.
Like after Elver, people became much more brave to the concept of experimenting with stuff in Unturned.
Yeah.
Because Elver's gameplay was really different, and both in like gameplay and the quest line, basically everything in Elver kind of was just different. So now we look at Arid. Arid is like a whole other game. We look at some other projects that are in the works, and they're all very different from what we've seen now. There's also Kuwait, which was kind of cool to see because it was still kind of a callback to those vanilla maps. It wasn't that different, which is kind of a cool refresher, I guess, because when you like go from Elver to Arid and then you go back to a vanilla map, that is like way different. So Kuwait was kind of a cool little map that was a little bit different, but not that much. It also had like its own gimmick and stuff. That's also what I'm seeing now. Every map now kind of has its own gimmick, which is, I guess, really good because, yeah, they just differentiate each other. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Whatever. Back to you.
What Elver? Whatever. What
Yes.
Elver? Something interesting about your story, Silver. I guess I want to bring this up. In your video where you're discussing your story, I want to go back to the Man event because I think that's really funny. Really funny set of events. You had how many people told you that like this event was gonna fail?
I think I think I just came to that conclusion by myself. To be honest,
There was nobody else that told you that it was gonna fail?
No, I really don't think so.
Because I wanted to get that side, because it was something that I said consistently to people around me. It was like, this is probably gonna fail, based on the Elver event. And I'm like...
No, like from the get-go, I was very hesitant to join it. And I remember, like, at least within our group, like, I was the only one saying that it was gonna be a fucking shit show. Like, everyone was just like, yo, come on, let's join, it's gonna be so fucking fun, guys.
Yeah, and then day 1 came.
Yeah, and then it was fucking shit.
It's funny, because I had the same inclination, but I told everyone the reason was, like, just because of the Elver event. And it was like, come on, guys. We know what's gonna happen here. And no, I think the funny thing is that I told so many people that were in the event that I actually was like chill with at the time. Well, people I didn't even know for the most part too, but I did know like what they did. I told them all, I was like, if this event were to fail, and it most likely will, I will be trying to make another server with someone else's hosting provider. But I'll be the person choosing the people to come into the event. And basically, They were all like, I don't know. And like, I kind of want to play on here. They all these people stick to this server. Like half the server stick to it, I think, or like no, not even. Like 70-80% of the server left, 20% stayed. I remember telling them after like day 1 was over and day 2, it was like, all right, everyone I told was gonna be like, this was gonna be it. Like, jump ship right now, or you most likely will just have like to deal with like more bullshit as time has gone on. And I was right in my assumption there, because directly like a day like I think it was the 4th day, Mano just uploaded a video, and he's like, he just made the server public. So all that private like stuff that they were just saving up got screwed over because the people were just tryharding and literally just wiped them like and then offline them, which is kind of funny. Meanwhile, you, I told you, and we immediately jumped ship immediately after day 1. That's how that's how I brought Diddlyono. I stole Diddly. I stole Merle. I stole so many people that like.
Stole me from what? I wasn't paying attention.
I stole you from the man event
because it only took like
I didn't play the man event
or something. I don't know.
I don't remember. Well, it was because of the man event. I knew of you, and I was like, I'm just gonna bring Diddly for the ride, and that's why you were in that the Koi SMP. Same with
to be fair, I don't think any YouTubers aside from Mano remained after like the 3rd day. I think everyone either just completely left or jumped ship.
There's one fucking Polish YouTuber, Retu, who I think
they don't count. They don't count.
It's fucking.
No, I believe there was like I think 2 people that were making videos on the server besides Mano. But again,
making videos on it, yeah.
But I don't think
there were YouTubers still playing, but none of them really made videos.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like the server literally became
There were people who made videos on the server, or rather mentioned the server in a video, but they were all saying how bad it was, basically.
Yeah.
That was what you, Silver. I know Z-Man did that in his video.
But I mean that's Z-Man.
I think Liam. I think Liam said something about the man.
Liam, I think also.
Same with what was his name? Snake. Snake
oh yes,
said something about it. I think a good portion of people that were making content at the time all said bad things about this event. The same way that people said bad things about the Elver event that Mano hosted. So I'm not necessarily surprised. But then we jumped ship, and then like literally Silver had one of the best cutscenes in that whole video is when he got the DM from me. I still think that's like when I was really seeing that, I was like, oh shit, I'm in the video. And you say it was on a level of Sharkies, which is kind of funny. Because it really was like a dichotomy between... It was like different ecosystems existing at this simultaneously without really like clashing with each other. Which I think was also a problem why the not a lot of conflict happened, was because we lived in different layers of the map. Like, you lived in the bottom half of the map.
Yeah, I lived under Kuwait City, but I think in the newer versions it's called like differently.
Yeah, I was
but
in the north.
Yeah, I lived in the south.
Yeah, they changed the name of one location, I think.
Yeah, and it's really funny because I remember playing and I was like existing in the north and like doing my own thing and not having to like I wasn't able to. I didn't really go in the middle of the map really, but then I did. And I just saw your building and I was like, who the fuck built this? And I was like seeing more and more buildings, and then like I saw Eunice, he was being like sus. I ran them over, I think. And I saw all this stuff. I remember that vividly. He was crying to me. He was like, "What? Give me my stuff right now." And I told him no. I mean,
don't you disrespect the king like
he
that?
Wasn't the king back then. He wasn't the king. He was just some kid. No, but that was. I think honestly, it was the best SMP that exists right now. Like, I don't think there really is any besides maybe Gang Z.
Listen, the carpet one, okay? The carpet one.
The carpet one. See, I don't know why Silver should have waited and played carpet and been like, this is the greatest map ever. There should be a whole carpet video you should make, Silver.
I mean, the carpet rework is in the works, so
I'm very afraid for what they've done to my map.
Wait, they're actually working on carpet?
oh, not the original devs, but yeah, there is a whole rehaul in the works, basically.
I'm personally afraid of what potentially is going to happen with the carpet remake, because if it ruins the concepts that make carpet good, then I'm just going to hate that map. Like,
oh, listen. The concepts that make carpet good are also the same concepts that make it a shit map objectively.
so no, but what I'm saying is that there's specific concepts that I'm seeing being eroded by the images that are being like shown. I don't know. I'm getting worried. I'm just gonna say this real quick right now. Every curated project that I've been a part of has been released. Okay, this goes to Arid, Elver, Kuwait, some other maps too. But the maps that I was kicked out from has been stalled, developers suck, or or different reasons that I will not get into. You know who you are. I'm just gonna say this real quick. The people that like
The two people.
Nah, I will say this real quick. No, the maps that I've played on that I've been kicked out from have all not been released. It's kind of weird, how that's the case. But I'm just saying, you know, by just the numbers say for themselves. You know, 4 years in development and we're still waiting. You know, to the 6 people that know about that, you know, not many people know about that.
Nobody knows about that.
So, Silver, I've been trying to get you to play another SMP, but you've been so disinterested in doing joining events recently. Why is that?
To be fair, I'm kind of disinterested in playing Unturned. Like,
all right, I get this guy off the show real quick.
no, but like as I've said before, like I play this game like twice a year, and that's enough for me. I don't really play it as much as I used to. Stas is very upset. I see.
I have less than 1,000 hours. I should shut the fuck up.
I mean that's fair. I mean, even me personally, I've just been making the show. Really, I haven't really played much Unturned, to be fair, because I just don't find much right now interesting. Like, there's a couple things I'm looking into, and it's like pretty.
Have
fun.
you tried making mods?
See, that's the next step, and when I do that, that's how you start putting on like, you start turning into Danny 2. So you start turning into the knee socks,
The Danny 2 pipeline.
You start buying shit tons of unnecessary things that will never see the light of day. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if you go see go look at go ask Danny for his Amazon history purchases, and you'll see what's wrong with them, man.
Okay, Cookie, but it is a bit surprising to me that you have like 8,000 hours in this game and you have never touched modding.
The thing is that when I started playing, I was 12. I was 12 years old when I started playing, and I didn't have anybody really introduce me to anything, as opposed to now. In the past, I'll say this because I come from a different generation as opposed to all of you, except for Silver in this case. Because more recently, you guys have all come back. You may have known Unturned, but when I was playing Unturned, I played Unturned religiously for like the majority of my teen.
Just a short thing. This is the segment where Kukui transforms into an old man again on the podcast.
But it's true though, because when I came from the only places that really existed that would like the most that modding could do back then was changes in the actual like config logs of like servers. That was as the extent of modding back in the day. Like, there would be occasional like mods that exist in the workshop, but nobody really used them because they were pretty bad. Like, trying to remember a specific one. I remember like the Western stuff was like the coolest stuff back in the day. Like, everyone loved the Western mods. Like, oh my god, look at this, the sharps rifle. Oh my god, and people would like freak over those. But like back in the day, there really wasn't anything at all.
Why haven't people gotten over realistic yet? Like,
because it doesn't look good.
No, like everyone, like every other mod on the workshop is something dumb realistic, or like like modern military, and like I find that boring, you know.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
that's
yeah,
why
it's
I got
boring.
into modding, because like okay. I can look right now.
Dude,
Most popular
It's
one
fucking
week we
live
have.
RP where everyone walks around with a
Yeah.
fucking full military kit on. Okay, it's live RP.
It's like
I
Most
love
popular
live
3
RP.
months we
Is
have
that okay? Okay,
This is how America
realistic
looks.
yeah,
vehicle.
yeah. I was just gonna ask. Is
Wait.
this just how America looks? That's why
No,
it's called.
that's
live
not how
RP?
America looks.
All walk in
Yeah.
like backup gear.
No one does that. No, but I
See,
get what
you
you
say
mean.
that.
I get what you mean, Diddly. But the thing
I'm
was,
just seeing the
Diddly.
same stuff over and over.
The thing is, Diddly. Right now, it's a lot more creative than what it was in the past because literally the extent of everything was like nothing. There was nothing back then, and nobody was. Again, during this time too, you had like the majority of the people that was making stuff gatekeeping all the information. Like nobody
They
knew
still
how to do anything.
What do you mean?
I mean,
They still
people are
do.
still gatekeeping information now.
Like we're barely seeing more like guides and stuff of how to do mapping. Like Danaby has completely like kind of changed that after like him doing it. But back then there was nobody telling you what you could do back then. Like nobody back then knew for the majority of the time
About
anything. Even
Okay,
old
hang on,
server
hang on.
owners that I still talk to
Hang on.
today from
Hang
that
on.
era,
Hang on.
bro.
Something I want to point out right now. I'm looking for most popular this week. Like at the bottom of the first page, there's porn.
What?
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 Yeah, like, okay.
What?
Gods
What
of the
the
Workshop.
fuck?
Isn't that what the Trout was talking about?
Oh,
What even
Probably.
is this?
I don't want to click on this. I'll click on it.
I am not clicking that. I am not clicking that.
Let's see.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's on. What the hell, dude? I don't know. Where's the Unturned workshop moderators, bro?
Hell no, dude. What moderators?
No, there is none. No, but
Do not ever go to the Unturned workshop. Never.
Do not go to the Unturned Workshop.
Worst
go to
idea
the
of my life.
no, but okay, go back to what I was saying. Literally, people that were even in the know of how to do stuff back in the day didn't even know how to do stuff back in the day. So, where I came from, it was mostly like just play server. That's the majority of the thing that you could do as a regular player, and that's what I did. I played servers religiously through the majority of my time in Unturned, and never really touched the map editor at all for like 8,000 hours. Not touched the map editor whatsoever. Just plain Unturned. And if anything, that really says a lot about how much I've played Unturned. Is just specifically multiplayer. Like it's kind of funny because my first I think 200 hours in Unturned was literally single player, and that's because I didn't even know how to join a multiplayer server, which was kind of funny.
Same.
Do you think that's why there are so many single-player players?
Because they don't know how
just
to click the internet button? That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's also the case. Nelson fixed that button, Just when you click on multiplayer, the internet immediately goes to it. Don't make it like a button I need to click for me to show servers, because it makes it look like there's no servers on Unturned. But maybe that was a case of why people only play single player, because they can't click one button. Which it happened to me for 200 hours, but that's a different case. But I mean, I'm now learning how to do stuff barely, because I want to make Among Us. But I don't know. Yeah, I didn't touch the map editor because it was just a different vibe back then. It was just play server, meet people in communities of servers, and maybe branch out to other servers and maybe mess around on them. But that's really it, because it was more so even now there's servers have communities. You can go into a server and you could know everybody that plays it regularly. You can know the regulars of the server, and there could be whole stories that could be made out of that. I've met so many people through just regular PvP servers that are really funny, really annoying, or just some of the worst people ever. And it's very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. It's a different story back then as opposed to now. Which sadly I just don't have enough time to continuously play Unturned as I used to do. So
To answer your original question, Diddly, I think that there's just a big overlap between the Unturned community and people who are into guns and military stuff.
Why?
Dude.
I didn't know, but that's
The entire community of Unturned is LARPers, that's it. Like, I swear that Dark RP is probably more popular statistically than, like, just survival.
Yeah.
Probably.
It probably is, honestly.
Kind of like Gmod, really.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting. You're saying we're getting to that point of Gmod where literally no one plays Gmod anymore. They just play a modded version, which is true, actually. I think we're getting to that point.
Well,
I mean,
people
I
still
wouldn't.
play
I mean, I
Washington,
wouldn't.
People still play PEI. People still play.
I wouldn't compare. I wouldn't compare Gary's mod's case because Gary's mod was made to be modded. Like,
Yeah, you
Dark
cannot
RP.
really just
Dark
you cannot
RP.
play Gary's mod.
Like Dark RP was like the point of Gary's mod to an extent.
Why specifically just Dark RP? Why do people have like
Dude,
why do they
when
want to
Sprite
do
up-
crimes on the internet? Is what I'm saying.
Dude, because it's funny.
I think I put there was a question on the Unturned forums back in the day of like, why do RP servers exist? And I remember saying specifically, and I think everyone agreed, is that kids want to emulate what their parents do in a video game.
Yeah, deal drugs.
Mafia boss.
Yeah. They want to.
American behavior.
Robber.
They want to rob. They want to rob the bank.
They
Dude,
want to rob,
yeah.
but they don't want to die. So.
I think
Yeah.
we should change the topic before we actually get racist towards US people.
Bruh.
Yeah, you guys know that I'm actually the son of a mafia boss.
That sounds like some sort of
Thomas
Oh,
Shelby.
some
Fucking
animated
Thomas
story
Shelby
type
did
view
this
right
fucking-
there.
Yeah,
Going
no,
up.
I'm lying.
I know.
Ah.
Diddly.
I'm lying for effect. I'm getting another drink, hang on.
This is the moment when Diddly is gonna get like get shot.
Dilly is actually a peaky blowing up.
Peaky Blinders.
I'm gonna kill you. I still haven't seen that. And I'm not gonna.
A nice toss to the
You're a
window.
descendant of Thomas Shelby, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's me.
That's cracked.
Well, Silver, what do you think about the most recent updates that happened to Unturned?
Okay, so
What do you think that they
um,
fixed? What do you think about the fact that this update they fixed Sentry still firing when paused? The coolest bug ever, and they fixed it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never knew that existed.
That's a shame.
Which I can imagine is quite unfortunate because it could have possibly led to a considerable amount of silliness, but when it comes to the PvP changes, to be honest, I don't really know. I haven't really played the game since recording that wipe for the video.
You played during the movement though, the movement changes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Like I've played with the movement. To be honest, I don't really feel the difference anymore. I just got used to it insanely quickly.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, it's just got some taking.
Now
used
it's
to,
like-
that was really it.
Now it's like almost every other game, really, because previously it was weird. Actually, I'm gonna just say I like the new movement changes because now you can kind
This is
of
Michu's episode.
if you run and jump, you can quickly open your inventory, and you're gonna like
Still have momentum.
still be moving for like half a second, and you can do stuff while kind of like moving. You know, you kind of keep the momentum.
That's like a boring example of it. I like that you can
What
launch.
do you mean?
I like that you can launch when you run up slides.
Oh, yeah,
I like how
that
Diddley
also-
said that was a boring example. I remember specifically exactly what Michu just said. What I was doing on what was it? Fuck, I can't remember the name. I don't know why I can't remember the name. Knockout. When I was doing on Knockout, I was playing with the sniper rifle, right? And every time I got a headshot and killed somebody, I would say like GG or something in chat, and I would use the momentum to keep myself moving so they wouldn't kill me, like when I'm just standing still. And I killed like 6 people in a row. I just kept doing it. I was like going insane, and people were like, "Do you have a macro?" It was insane, dude.
Also, the most recent update with the grass, right? Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but right now the grass basically got like the foliage, and it got optimized, and you cannot turn it off, right?
The lowest,
Yeah.
I think it's the
Yeah.
lowest grass you can have on.
I saw. I actually saw a map get released like earlier today. Hang on, where is it? Someone released PEI, but there's no grass.
No way.
I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you guys know that, but my cousins play fucking Turn. The thing that they do, they're like fucking freezer kids, basically. And the thing
Dude,
that
can I 1v1
they
your
go
cousins?
into the fucking files and they
delete
their
the
models
yep.
so they can fucking see through
I didn't want
everything,
to. I
you know?
didn't want to bring it up during the show so I can like tell people. But yeah, you could just delete like
No.
models.
We should fucking basically push Nelson into like making some kind of a obnoxious placeholder or something for models, so that.
I mean, there should just be an internal check to make sure everything's 1-to-1. Because I remember a bloody an Unturned official admin posted about that actually, and basically encouraged people to do it. But there was it was a picture of Washington, but with all the materials deleted, and an Unturned official admin posted that.
And they also encouraged people to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that Unturned official as a whole, as a Discord server, is a way too complicated topic to talk about right now.
I will talk about it instead. Basically, it's bad. All right, we're done.
But for the model, yeah, that's been like almost every like kid that like is new to Unturned, or like kind of like the scene of PvP, right? There's a group of people that exist, and they're called I call them losers because I think some of the old people that play, they're like some of the people some of the people that I grew up with, right? Like playing the game at the same times, like we call them losers. Like we legit call them losers because these guys, what they do is they encourage these new people that come into the game and they're interested in PvP. They encourage them to delete the bushes, delete trees, and delete so much shit off their files to just play the game so you're able to see everybody no matter what. Some of the most annoying shit ever. Like, and literally we literally just call them losers because
at this point you can as well just install fucking.
Yeah, but you will get
X-ray at this point. Like, what's stopping?
Yeah, it's basically a pseudo X-ray by just deleting some like models from the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's like it's fucked up because it's a thing that's like been happening for like 3 years, and it's just I guess it's not been like addressed at all. I don't know if it's ever been brought up to Nelson. I mean. You're saying that I didn't even know this, but you're saying that admins and unofficial are encouraging this? I mean, That's kind of AIDS. But yeah, the majority of the people that were like old school PvPers like all agree that they're all losers. So yeah, if you're listening to this and you do that, just like, you know, you're not good at the game,
yourself.
Man. You're just like annoying. You're just a loser.
Basically cheating at the game. That's what you're doing. Like,
well, I mean, it's and not necessarily. I mean, you're getting an unfair advantage by deleting models, which is so lame.
Which is the definition.
It's just
of cheating,
so lame as a tactic.
Getting an unfair advantage. That's the definition of cheating.
Yeah, it's basically cheating, but I don't like to call it cheating because I don't think that's super fair to say. But you are.
It's
a loser.
Absolutely fair to say because calling it
cheating. You are
incentive
editing
to
the
not
game
do
files.
You are a loser.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You are a loser.
You're doing something that you're not.
Okay. It's on the line of using an X-ray texture pack in Minecraft because it's effectively the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I think
And
so.
if you consider that cheating, then you should consider this cheating because it's the same. You're modifying your file, and obviously, that's giving you an advantage, no matter how you do it.
They're trolling. They're trolling the Unturned systems checks.
What checks?
I think there is a couple checks that's to make sure that you don't have like certain things. Like there's obvious checks for Unturned that happen, but I don't think there's anything for models.
Like
right
unboxing.
Now.
Yeah.
Which is fucked.
I know that there are checks like when you change the weapon stats in game files, then you can't equip them on multiplayer.
Yeah.
Dude, if that was the case, that would be like.
You could just make a Maple Strike with like insta kill.
Not even Maple Strike. You take like a pine rifle.
I think that was a thing. I think that was a thing in the past.
It was.
I think so. I have like a distant memory of like somebody telling me like, oh yeah, there was a glitch where you could make vehicles like have 1 million speed, and you could make like items and guns like have like do 1 trillion damage or something like that.
Dude.
Okay. So I know that you cannot equip the weapons, but for example, when you go into a jet and you have the HMG automatically equipped, and I don't know if that's still the case, but I think for a certain amount of time you could actually use the modified HMG on multiplayer. I think.
To insta-kill like a base or something?
Alright, give me a sec, let me test this. I'm about to get banned from Freezer, let's go. Where is it?
Bruh.
I believe in Freezer. In Freezer we trust.
Yeah, you say in Freezer we trust? Don't ever say that ever again.
Okay, well then what would you propose that I say?
Nothing.
Like always.
Okay. I wasn't gonna say it.
Okay, get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry.
Wait, hang on. The HMG only does like 25 barricade damage?
That sounds about right. Because it's
That's
low.
nothing,
It's low
dude.
caliber. It's low caliber, I think.
It's
Even
No,
though
it's high. No,
a
no,
fucking
it's high
helicopter.
cal.
No, I thought it was low cal still
No, it's high cal.
for reloading the HMG.
Yeah, I mean it's literally called heavy machine gun. So
Just check it
Yeah,
again, because I swear to God, like not even like too long
No.
ago.
no. Yeah.
Is it really?
It's
I swear
low
I saw it the
caliber.
other day.
Low cal military ammunition crate. It says so on the wiki, so
It takes low cal still.
let me
yeah,
look.
it's still. I mean, the wiki says so, but it might have not been updated or
It
something.
probably wasn't updated. I don't know. I think I remember like doing it recently because I was playing Russia with Eunice and one of my friends. I remember finding a HMG box and being able to fill it up with low cal, but I could be wrong. I could be like, that could have been just like something I just remembered from a long time
That's
ago.
odd.
Yeah,
I mean,
by
if
the
that was
way-
the case, it
low
should be high
caliber
cal.
military ammunition.
By the way, if you want to test that on Freezer, like the thing with the jet, then by the way, a couple of weapons on Freezer have like overridden stats. Like for example, the jet, the HMG, these like 30 damage, I think, or something like that. Like you need
Wait,
three
they nerfed
headshots.
the... Bruh.
Yeah. You need like 3 headshots to kill someone, and it deals basically 0 splash damage. So it might override the stuff you have on your computer.
Actually, you want to know something about Freezer? I'm thinking about now. There might be a
Um,
case of admin abuse. I have no idea.
I don't
Because-
even think you could do that on Freezer, man.
No, okay. I mean like illegal attachment usage and stuff.
Oh,
Because someone gave to me. They said they got it off of an admin. A Desert Falcon with a vertical grip and a military muzzle.
Huh.
So I've a fully like decked out Desert Falcon in my actual freezer kit.
that's kind of
Huh.
funny.
Interesting. Next
Yeah,
up,
and I
they're
could
gonna
just-
install. They're gonna install your Goofy attachments mod and just
Dude,
slap
please.
that shit.
Please.
That'd be funny.
Silver, when's the last time you played Freezer?
For real, then it was when I was getting clips for my Honey Badger montage in 2020. But I have hopped on a couple of months ago. I don't even remember what for, but like I just wanted to test something for like 3 minutes. And the immediate thing I've noticed was that it still had old movement, and it felt so fucking weird.
Does it still have old movement?
Yes, it still does.
Freezer has old movement.
That's interesting.
It's
I-
so
I-
fucking
I-
weird. It's so
It's
fucking
funny
weird.
with the bounce chargers, right?
They do.
It's-
So they don't work with the old movement. It would just launch in the air, then you just slowly just.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
then you can launch directly upwards by chaining 2 of them, and obviously you don't you don't launch sideways anywhere, so it's really good for just going directly up.
Such a weird system. I think wasn't Freezer like fine like not too long ago? I remember like when the changes happened, like Freezer was like basically a normal Unturned server without any changes to it.
I mean,
Yeah,
Unturned-
and then like they took all the controversial stuff and they straight up removed it, like even for the people who wanted it. So that would be new movement, housing planner. I think the flinching is gone as well.
I think the housing. Okay, to be
because
fair, I think the housing planner on Freezer would be
Freezer
aged.
are pussies.
I played it. No, there was a day where it was enabled. It was really fun.
I just think it would just take too much I'll actually screw over the server with too many buildables. That's why I think they removed that, which makes sense on that front, because it could be like
we need to host like a server network that is like Freezer, but it has the new stuff.
Dude, that'd be really fun actually. Yeah, I've been wanting a server like that, but like none of them are good. And like if they are, then no one plays them.
It doesn't seem that hard to make.
Closest I've found is Silverport, but then that's kind of a mixture.
It's not hard to make because it's actually harder to make a server with old movement because you have to bring that back.
Yeah, you have to make a server test every single variable to get back the old movement.
No, it's not that difficult. You just set acceleration to maximum and deceleration to maximum.
I'm not saying that it's difficult. It's just more difficult because you actually have to do something.
Yeah, I can make a freezer server if I really want to, like in an hour, I think. In an hour.
I could do it in like 20 minutes. I could probably just modify one of my own servers.
So the problem is the community, but
yes, people don't want to play it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Again, my points exactly. The future of Unturned will be more and more divided because everyone wants to play a specific game style of the game, and there's no Unturned official servers because there's no direct way of like what is to play the game.
What's right and what's wrong.
I mean, ultimately, it just goes back to the point: what is Unturned trying to be? Is it trying to be a PvP game? Is it trying to be a survival game, or is it trying to be like a platform?
I dropped my water.
Or like, for example, because right now Unturned is more and more becoming like a platform for other games.
Yeah.
For example, we are seeing Blackout, and Blackout is impressive. I'm just gonna say that Blackout is. It might be just Call of Duty, but it's really impressive with how stuff just works in Blackout.
Yeah, that's true. But honestly, when it comes to Blackout, but by the way, I have a. When it comes to Blackout, I have actually considered making a montage on it, which I don't know what to think about. But anyways, when it comes to Blackout, I do find like the tech they have, like all the plugins and stuff, is incredibly impressive. But honestly, it kind of feels like a waste to just make a Call of Duty clone.
That's
like,
what I said.
They could have done so much more with this.
It is fun to just hop on and just shoot mindlessly, but if you consider the amount of effort the plugin creators, the plugin developers put in, make like the loadout system. Now the cases are a thing. For a fact, I know that they've got like a database. So if you play on a EU server and then you switch to like a North America server, it like your progress is still kept because they've got all of that on like a big database and stuff. Like that is all impressive. But doing that just to remake Call of Duty, which is like at least
that's what I'm saying.
That's like the most mid shooter out there.
It's just a fucking shooter.
Yes.
I mean,
there is nothing.
I'd say it's more of like, it's heavily inspired. I'm gonna be one of those people. It's heavily inspired by COD. It's not actually COD.
Okay,
There's a lot of differences.
You are right. There are differences. Yeah.
And also, I think way I see it is Unturned, like at its core, is a lot more snappy and responsive than the original games, and also a lot of people want to see how COD would work with all the COD's balancing in a game like Unturned and stuff like that. That's why Unturned Strike was so popular. And also I want to point out, the main grudge I have against Blackout is the fact that a lot of people say that Blackout was the first game mode to like recreate another game well, where it wasn't. It was Unturned Strike, which was the CS:GO clone.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that was the first, and I played that in really when it was really early, when it used to use like vanilla guns, stuff like that.
Tales of Terror. Tales of Terror. First dungeon crawler.
There's also
I was just playing Tales of Terror.
There's also recreates fucking squad, but like, and it's quite impressive, I'd say. They have some like really cool things like fucking lock on rockets and shit, but
Thank you for that.
I swear that like lock-on rockets aren't actually that like at their core. Lock-on like it's kind of weird to say, but like at its core, lock-on rockets aren't that impressive. Because I swear, like everyone who says, "Oh, like about getting into scripting and whatever," the first thing they tell you to do is to make like heat seeking and stuff like that. Because apparently it's just that easy.
Oh.
It's like the first thing that everyone says.
Blackout is
Blackout should have heat seeking rockets, you know.
Be good for like kill streaks. I know that. Do they have kill streaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they have kill streaks now. Dude, when's the kill streak where we just summon Marasmus? That'd be fun.
You would never do that.
Rip all the way from TF2.
We just make Can we make Team Fortress 2 and Unturned? I think that's a good way to go.
We already did.
They're already our mods.
No, but like an actual casual, like I could play casual.
Server and plugins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Thing is, okay, so Blackout, like it is at its core, it's basically Call of Duty, but we have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And it's definitely not the first like recreation of another game, but it's definitely the first on that
caliber
scale,
of technical
let's say.
skill.
Yeah, the caliber. Exactly.
Shout out to Paradox, by the way. Really good plugin developer from the shit I've seen that P9 has shared with me. That's kind of like the amount of work is just AIDS. Kind of funny that Paradox was literally one of Chief Grief's closest wonton, bro. And then now he's literally one of the big developer now. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think it really does show again everything. But then again, I think I've shown you guys like some other work from some other people that are sadly gone now. And I was like, this is they didn't die. They're just gone. But sadly is like that's like the case. But I showed you guys some stuff, and I'm like, look at this shit. This is like early days of this. We're getting to that point. Eventually there'll be something funny that comes out eventually, and it will be nothing based on another game technically. What do you think, Silver? What do you think about?
So am I delaying my Titanfall remake or no?
No.
Oh.
So what do you think? What do you think about the recent plugin stuff? Besides Blackout.
The recent Blackout, the worst game.
Leaky's gotta give up, bro. Come
on. The recent plugin stuff, I'm kinda out of the loop because, as I've said, I haven't really played the game.
That's fair.
I want to see more stuff like Operation Skyfight, bro. Like,
do you?
If Skyfight removed the rocket jet, or like
rework it.
Because I don't think it's fixable. I don't think it's fixable.
Make it heat seeking. Make it heat seeking.
Rue. Okay. Skyfight would have worked completely. Okay, it's still a really like I have put many hours into Skyfight, but at its core, the rocket jet is still broken, Timo. I know that
that's an Unturned thing.
Yeah, that is
also just remove the fucking thing.
Because it works on single player. It doesn't work on multiplayer due to just how vehicles work, basically client side and server side. They just don't pick on where the rocket is headed.
Okay, I just wanna say.
Yeah.
I've missed out on the entire fucking map jam because I was busy with school. And I'm so fucking pissed. Like, I have not played any map jam maps, like, at all. I have just been completely absent. I have completely missed out on the entire thing.
Go listen to the podcast and go play the maps at the same time.
Go listen. First step, go listen to the podcast.
Go listen to the Map Jam podcast while playing all the map
Second
jam
step
maps.
is up to you.
Podcast.
No, but what I said is Skyfight could be like really, really, really fun. Really fun. If you would just make a server with some plugins. For example, one of the issues that Skyfight has is also, aside from the rocket jet just not working, is like when you spawn in, what you can do is just wait until everyone else leaves, because well, it's a dogfighting game. So if you're behind someone, you just have the advantage. So maybe like plugins could introduce like a grace period in the beginning or something like that. I don't know.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
No, literally, again, with like what Diddly say, it's literally like a poem with Unturned. Literally, why would you add an item that's like specifically doesn't work in the way it was supposed to be played? Get rid of the Thunderbolt. Get rid of the Thunderbolt. Give me like a sniper. Give me the Hornet. Give me the Hornet that I suggested. Give me the Hornet that I suggested.
I mean, Timo said himself that there was supposed to be a sniper jet, right?
Yeah, and he made the worst. He made a worse alternative to it. Anyway,
that's where there are 4 slots on carrier.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know what else to say. We got hit the hour mark.
We hit the hour mark.
I think so. I think we did.
Let's see.
Stachu, jesteśmy minutę po papieskiej.
Tragedia.
No, nie ogarnęliśmy, kurde.
This is how we're gonna lose like half the audience.
Yeah. So, Silver, how long did it take you to make that, to make the rating video?
Okay, so it was around 3 months, but I don't think that's fair to say, because to be honest, like for the first 10 minutes of the video, I was really unsure on how to even fucking make it. Like it was a completely new video format for me. So I did a lot of experimenting, and then I had to redo the parts I've done because it wasn't really very good. Like at the beginning, I was sticking very close to Blueprint's video format because it was kind of like my main source material. And afterwards, I kind of gained my own style. And then after that, I've kind of redone the more or less the entirety of day one, so it looks like the rest of the video. But overall, the first 10 minutes have taken me exponentially more time than the rest of the video. Like, it took me an entire month just to finish day one.
Because you had to like get the editing style.
Yeah, exactly, and the entire workflow. And after I got it down, like I think when I started day 3, I had most of the stuff figured out, and I just fucking blitzed. And I fuck. Speaking is difficult.
Yeah.
I hate it. And I just blitzkrieged through the rest of the video super quickly. To be fair, if I knew what I was doing from the get-go and I had everything planned out, then I could have probably made the video in a month. To be honest, it really wasn't really that much work, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take you to record audio?
Actually, I don't know, because I was kind of doing it as I went. Like the difference between this video and the tribute was that I did the tribute in phases. Like first I scripted the entire video, then I recorded the entire audio, and only then I started actually editing it and putting in the clips. Whereas with this video, I was doing everything as I went, like writing the script, finding music for it, and yeah. So I can't really tell because it's kind of intertwined with the time I spent on editing.
I see. So you kind of like work like I do, where you just go on.
Yeah, basically.
Are you working on anything else as of right now?
Right now, no. Currently I'm focused on school and real life, and to be honest, I barely have time to play video games.
I mean, clearly, statistically, it paid off, because that video is like 2 weeks old and it has almost 30k views. And for Unturned, 30k is really, really impressive. Like, let me actually
They watched the whole video because they wanted to see you succeed, and then they saw you fail. No, it's a really good video. I really liked it. I think you did really well on it, and I'm glad I was a part of it.
I mean that's pretty nice to hear.
Yeah, no, you will. I think you're ushering a sort of like a more telling of stories than like I raided a base today. Here's the loot, or like which is something that I think the way to go is towards their direction that Rust has gone to, and I'm surprised we're barely seeing it, and through people that don't even make videos like that.
Yeah, I really like the the Rust content. Like it's really fucking good. Like not even Blueprint, who was my main inspiration. I mostly stole his video style. But like there's this other guy, Frost, and he just makes so many fucking cinematics. Like I even if I wanted, I couldn't even get close to that level. Like he just makes up straight movies. But yeah, like what you've said, I'm also kind of surprised that we haven't seen much of it in the Unturned community, considering how at least the base games of Unturned and Rust are similar. And also, I partially made this video because I've noticed a trend in the Unturned raiding YouTube side of things. I feel like it's gotten a bit too complacent. The only two people I really watch are Liam and P9. And when it comes to P9, like he's been kind of doing more of this highly edited, more fast-paced type of things. Now I'm not gonna get into the debate whether it's scripted or not. Like, I mean,
I'll say this.
This part of the podcast again.
I'll say this again. Like, yeah, I think if we were to succeed. By the way, your video proved that it can be successful format for Unturned. Like, you had, like, was it 900, 700 subs before you upload that video?
800.
900 subs before you upload that video, and you almost doubled your sub count.
More than doubled, actually.
I have more than doubled.
Last time I checked, you hadn't doubled yet. Did you double?
He has 1.68k. I'm looking at it.
He was at 900.
Right now.
That's not double.
No. I was at 830.
You're at 830 before you upload that video.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have doubled then. Okay, well then that's
no, but
yeah.
No, but what I was saying is that P9 was kind of trying this a little bit more edited style of videos. Liam has. Well, I don't want to be rude because Liam is my friend, but
he's not your friend anymore here. You can say.
Unfortunate. I have gotten semi-popular.
Yeah, you can leave him
so,
now. You can leave.
Yeah. I can be a dick now, but no. But like the thing is, there's so much untapped potential in this kind of with the base raiding video types. Yeah. Like when you add the story to it. I've seen it with actually Manoman did one video of that Korean war on Elver. I think most of you have watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I assume.
Yeah,
like I remember seeing it and thinking, okay, if I just get some good gameplay,
you didn't do that.
I can make something 10 times better than this because, like, honestly, the editing of that video was shit, but the gameplay and the story was really good.
What do you mean? I really love the part where you added the Among Us character dancing right next to me.
No. I mean the. I mean the Menoman's video. No, like the editing on that was really fucking bad, but the story and the gameplay were really good.
All I'm saying is that you are an example and should be a wake-up call to both the majority of the people that make regular content on Unturned, of what Unturned content in your field should be. Because if you're able to double your sub count and be able to make like your best video on your YouTube channel off of this one video, and it's a very, very clear example of what should be going towards, and it's more towards what Rust has developed right now when it comes to your content.
Content like good.
I'm gonna say something. That video for Unturned YouTube as a whole might be what Elver is to like Unturned.
Elver to YouTube. Yeah, it could be. It could be, or everyone.
It could be. It definitely has the potential.
But who right now would be down to follow it? That's what my continuation of that is, because
exactly. Again, if the community starts doing stuff like that, then yeah.
Again, because like Silver, unlike Danaby, doesn't have like. I don't think there's anybody around you right now, Silver, that they're like, yeah, I'm gonna make a good ass video right now. You don't really have that connection with people that are making videos right now.
Early.
I mean, I'm just this type of a guy who doesn't upload for a year and then suddenly gets an idea and just goes fucking ballistic on it for 2 months and
30k views.
See,
and 30k views.
The thing is that the community, his network is not developed as much as like the Rust people, because they like Blueprint Frost and like so many people in that, they're all together. They all make videos together. Like the majority of them, there's always going to be another person that also makes content in the same field with them. Like, all the time. I watch a bunch of them, and that's the case of the majority of them.
I mean, let's say you pull in a bunch of views, right? Just doing, like, a whole...
No, it's in the sense... No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything about views. I'm saying specifically that literally they have the network to make videos, because they're all doing the same thing, and they all want to do better videos. Silver is standalone. There's no one that, like, are going to be competing with him to make similar content. That's what I'm saying. Because I can watch a Blueprint video, and I can watch a Frost video, and, get a similar experience from them. But for Silver, again, there's no one competing in that same format or in that same form of content with Silver. So I'm very... As opposed to what Elver was at the turn of the time, because there was so many other creative, like, map makers that were around Danaby at the time, still around when he was starting. And all of them, would eventually make, like, people around him would eventually make some good maps as well. Silver doesn't have that.
It's literally the pattern. It's the same pattern, but just for YouTube.
So
okay, like the funny thing is, I don't actually think like this is my content pattern. I don't actually even think I even have a content pattern. I just I don't know. I just make whatever comes to my mind. Whatever I think is cool.
I meant pattern as in, if you look at like Unturned's map development like cycle or the history actually, is like people made the same stuff over and over again, and then Danaby 2 came out with Elver, which was like severely different, right? So that's basically what happened here. And I don't know, if people pick up on it and like notice how well those kind of videos can do, maybe there is a chance for like a resurgence in the Unturned YouTube community. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
Time will tell.
I think Silver has a different scenario as opposed to Dan or...
Alright.
That's what I was saying, is that I just think that the scenario is different because Silver doesn't really have anybody competing in the sense of making good content. That's what I was telling Serati the last episode, is that when he was on top of Mount Olympus, he had other people with him that were competing to make good content in Unturned. But slowly the Titans approached the mountain, and more of the people that were on Olympus left or had to deal with other things. So he was the only person there, and he was left in, like, what do I do now? Do I stick to Unturned and make Unturned content, or do I just, bank on the idea that 4.0 will just be out and I'll just be chilling? Meanwhile, all my friends are gone. The majority of people that I make content with are gone. Like, what do I do now? Silver's kind of in that position where he's kind of made it to that point where he's found the, I guess a different, like, metaphor would be he found the fountain of youth, right? But he can't really jump in it fully because he has other things in his life he has to deal with. But will other people notice that it's there and that will give them salvation to make good content and make Unturned YouTube more popular? I don't think so. I don't think people are going to be... I don't think people have been really, like, around Silver or, like, around him to be able to be like, yeah, this is what the future of a content... I could be completely wrong. Liam the next day could make a whole hour, like, video discussing an entire timeline of one server that he played on, which could happen. I would love to see something like that. I think...
Yeah, that would be super fucking cool.
I feel like there is a pattern in the Unturned community, and that is that people are really afraid to leave their comfort zone when it comes to many stuff. When is it like YouTube, or is it modding, whatever, map making? It's just people are kind of afraid to experiment with stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've said. Like, the people have gotten a bit too complacent in the raiding community, at least.
Yep.
Yeah,
that concludes that
like-
statement.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we've gone on a while now. I think it's a good time to end the episode. What do you guys think?
All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We all good? Silver, I guess I'll ask this. Silver, do you have any questions for any of us before we end this episode?
Terraria.
Oh yeah, Terraria.
Terraria.
What about that?
What about that?
It just seemed a bit. It kind of felt a bit lackluster when we started the new mode for the one scene.
Yeah.
Listen, that's like my second experience with this game, buddy.
I think so.
No, Vici just fucking whispered to me, the one seed!
Bruh.
The scuba.
Okay,
What
okay,
seed
but
is
so,
real?
so I guess I'll say this again. You have no questions for us before we end this episode, Silver?
No. For you, I don't think so.
Why specifically did you not want me to do the thumbnail, Cuckoo?
I guess there.
Wait, hold on. I was fucking positive that the thumbnail was going to be like that art piece that Stas made for me.
Flodo is doing it.
I told
exact-
Flodo to make this week's thumbnail. I don't know when he's gonna have it done, but for specific reasons, I've asked him for it.
Why?
Why have I asked this? Because I feel like there'll be a clear bias if Stas were to draw the thumbnail, and I want to keep the thumbnails as unbiased as possible. To the three people listening right now, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right. Well, that concludes this episode of the Unturned podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Our guest, Silverboi. He was a very funny man. Just kidding. No, he's not.
I agree.
Go watch some of the other funny videos that exist
Polska
on Silver's channel.
Polska Górą.
Polska
His
Polska
stuff is in
Górą.
the description below. Go sub to him.
Polska
He needs more
Górą.
subs.
Polska Górą.
Polska Górą.
All right.
Polska Górą.
Goodbye.
Polska Górą.
Bye.
Everyone in the
Polska Górą.
Polska Górą.
Polska
Polska Górą.